Hi, welcome back to Political Discussion with a Dungeon Master. This is David of the Discount Dragon, and today I am going to be going over how I think Hillary Clinton could have won the election easily. Now, to start with, we will have to concede the point, which I think is very obvious, that she has no compunction about lying, because that's what it would have taken. However, the strategy itself would have been pretty easy. Going into the end of the election cycle, she had several different problems which were all coming together to take her down. And they all could have been taken care of quite simply and with the same strategy. There were jokes going around the internet about Hillary Clinton having a lesbian love affair with Uma Abedin, her assistant. And this was actually what would have saved her. All she would have had to do is go out and publicly go tell everyone that this was in fact the case, that she was having an affair with Uma Abedin. Now, if you look at both Hillary Clinton and Uma Abedin, both of them have husbands who are totally reprehensible. Uma Abedin's husband, Mr. Weiner, I don't know how somebody with that name even got on a political campaign, but anyway. He was just totally, it was just ridiculous how badly he treated her. He was out sending naked pictures of his genitalia to people, lying next to his son, and I'm seriously, it's just really bad. And of course, Hillary Clinton's husband, Bill Clinton, his philandering is legendary. So, really, both of them have a reason to shy away from their husbands, even if they didn't have a reason to start with. So that is kind of pre-baked into the cake. Both of them are sympathetic characters being married to such men. Now, you might think that that wouldn't have had a big impact, or you might even think it would have a negative impact on the election. But you have to look at what the secondary results of this could have been. If Hillary claims that Uma Abedin is in a relationship with her, what can she do? Well, first of all, she can say, well, not only am I your first female president, I'm the first lesbian president, which gives you two checkboxes in the liberal, we've done the first thing. That's one of the things that got Barack Obama elected. He was the first black man. So that helps with sympathy for her, sympathy for Uma Abedin. It explains why Uma didn't break up with her husband and let that continue. And it kind of explains why Hillary stayed with her husband. So it kind of detaches them from the behavior of their husbands, and it turns it into a positive. That wasn't enough. That would not have gotten her elected. But there are more ripple effects from this, which are much bigger. For instance, Hillary deleted a lot of emails that she should not have deleted. They were requested by Congress, and she went ahead and deleted them anyway. And she claimed that these were private emails, that it had nothing to do with public life, blah, 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 and everybody could tell that she was just making it up. She was saying that this was emails about yoga schedules, and it's like, seriously. When you're expecting somebody to lie and they just give you an obvious lie straight to your face, it doesn't make people happy. But if you're in an affair with Uma Abedin, what presumably could you have had? You could have had a whole lot of emails back and forth between Hillary Clinton and Uma Abedin. So she could have been covering up her affair with Uma Abedin. They could have had private correspondence and love letters and all of this. So she actually would have had a personal reason to delete large quantities of emails. She would have had a reason to lie about it. And that gets her off the hook for her emails, because if there's one thing that the Clintons can get away with, it's a sex scandal. So she's off the hook for her emails. She's off the hook with the FBI. Basically, she is home free. You can say that she would have lost points with the conservatives for the lesbian stuff, because they're biased against lesbians. There's really not a whole lot of that out there. Basically, if she had gone this route, Hillary would have been our next president. I didn't post this ahead of time because I didn't particularly want Hillary to be our next president. So I'm just I just treated it as an intellectual exercise, but it seems such an obvious strategy. I'm kind of surprised that she didn't think of it and go for it, because she had smart people working with her, and she's no fool herself. One of the reasons that she may not have been desperate enough to try that is because right up until the last minute, they thought they had it in the bag. They thought they didn't need a big move like this to bolster their vote because they thought Trump was just going down in flames. They were wrong, they didn't do their homework, and they did need a big move to win. And this would have done it. Signing off, this is Discount Dragon, and this is Politics with the Dungeon Master. See you next time.